How did we meet? I don't remember.
I do. I remember how we met.
I mean, I wasn't there, so I...
Yes, you were.
I mean, all right, I was there. I still remember. My name is Ross Cowman. I am the designer of Fall of Magic and the owner of Heart of the Deer and Cornet Publishing Company, located here in Olympia, Washington.
I'm Terri Cohlene, and I'm an author of children's books. I'm also a poet and a freelance editor here in Olympia, Washington. How did I come up with the idea for BFF? That's always such a hard question to know where ideas come from. Ross had been designing games for a while. I was really in awe of everything he was doing. I knew that I was interested in creating a story game that would be appropriate for young girls. Probably the biggest, most important thing in their lives at that time is friendship.
So much role-playing media with a focus on violence and a focus on these very sometimes masculine narratives. And I think that it's just really refreshing to play a game that just asks you to explore friendship and asks you to be nice to each other.
And if you're not, you resolve that within the frame of the game.
Yeah, so. Totally. I've demoed Best Friends Forever at Big Bad Con and Metatopia. Apparently it's actually just really, really fun to pretend to be a tween girl. It's just an age that's really ripe with possibility.
Initially, the target audience was tween girls, but we have found people interested in role-playing that type of characters. So people my age, people Ross's age. There might even be a way to play a solitaire. I keep thinking, if you really needed to.
We really thought a lot about how we were representing gender, how we were representing race. There's a spectrum, in all these different areas. There's this spectrum, so that when you come to it, there's going to be things that that you can really relate to, and then there's also going to be some things that maybe feel like more of a stretch that you can reach towards.
The art is exciting.
Yeah.
It's just really exciting, and I think everybody will enjoy just having that.
Touching it.
Just touching it, moving things around. And you're bringing your own creativity to the game, as well as having something there. We don't decide anything for you in the game, not even when to stop playing.
Like when I play Best Friends Forever with my adult friends, I get really excited to see that little bit of tween girl inside of them, and we all have a bit of tween girl inside of us, come out. And it's just like people are really sweet with each other, and people are really tender, and people are really like mischievous and bratty, and it's fun to get to hang out with a bunch of your friends and explore this space where we're all kids together growing up.
Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity to be vulnerable too. It might give a chance to talk a little bit about some of the really meaningful things that happen when you're that age. Bullying could be part of a person's experience. This might be a way to work through some of that. And it's pretty much a land of no parents, which gives a lot of freedom to kids. So we had an interesting blend, I think, of Ross's skills as a game designer and what he knows about what you need to have a good, interesting, fun, viable game, and my experience as a children's author, understanding how to create something interesting to children without being didactic, which is something that can be a little bit tricky.
One thing I learned from working together is just how to be a better listener and how to see you as a person and a co-collaborator and not just my mother. When
it comes right down to it, most of the time, if it has something to do with game mechanic or game theory, I always defer to Ross. He knows what he's talking about. But there's been a few instances where I said, "Excuse me, I've been a tween girl. I raised a tween girl.
Yeah, totally.
You can't override my decision on this one."
Yeah, absolutely.
There have been some of those.
Yeah.
But always in good nature.
Yeah, always in good nature.
Trying for the double.
All right, there's some things we are in sync about. High fives.
Some things not so.
Not so much.